Thanks for your company. This Wednesday, the 26th of August, I'm Jessica Amir, Market Analyst with Bell Direct. Well, the Aussie share market is taking a bit of a step back today after gaining for the last two trading sessions. It opened about 0.6% lower, exactly as the futures expected, but then the market continued to fall in the first hour of trade. It's now down about 1%, with investors digesting mostly weaker than expected financial year results. Some of those lackluster report cards included from the worst performer today, Bravura. Now, they quickly swung about 15% lower, dragging BVS's shares back to almost their COVID-19 lows. Now, BVS did report positive news in way of a 22% jump in profit, recurring revenue up 7% despite superannuation withdrawals. But the key was the uncertainty in new sales, and this is why it was dragged to the worst performing post today. Another stock keeping the market underwater is Whitehaven Coal, WHC. They're down about 8% on the back of handing down full-year results that were largely in line with what analysts were thinking. But what spooked investors was that their debt levels actually increased, not what you want amid COVID-19 uncertainty, and the company also guided for a weaker than expected FY21. On the upside though, positivity came from waste business Cleanaway Waste Management, CWA, the best performer this session, up almost 9% after reporting. Revenue rose 2% to $2.3 billion in the 2020 financial year, with all divisions making a profit, beating expectations. All in all, net profit after tax for CWI rose 9% to about $153 million, and that beat UBS and market expectations, which is key, and that's what you want. However, despite the future of rubbish being certain, it didn't give forward-looking guidance for this financial year. Another stock in the leaderboard today, fintech business Hub24 HUB, up about 6% to $16.26. It was higher, hitting a record all-time high early in the session today though. Now, it comes as Credit Suisse and Citi both upgraded the stock overnight. Citi the most bullish, giving Hub a 1740 price target. Hub's financial year results out yesterday showed much stronger inflows into the financial platform than expected. This is something Credit Suisse thinks will continue for Hub24. We're also seeing stocks like OSH and COE trade higher after we saw the oil price rise to its highest levels in 5 months overnight, $42.45 US, on the back of the storm-driven output cuts. As for quick trading ideas for today, well, shipbuilder Austal is also making a front-running position today after it was upgraded by Citi after handing down better than expected financial results, showing an improvement in profitability, particularly in the Philippines and Vietnam. But what about future growth for ASB? Well, the Aussie government is continuing to increase defence spending, which will provide further growth for ASB, Australia's largest defence shipbuilder, and ASB also looks like it'll benefit from the US government expanding its naval ship fleet. All reasons why Citi upgraded Austal's earnings estimates by 10%, increasing its buy rating and target to 450. And secondly, Bell Potter now recommends Fortescue metals be sold at a price of $18.50, as there's downside risk for the iron ore price. Now, FMG's earnings per share, or EPS, is expected to fall about 10% this financial year and 27% next financial year. But its dividend yield will still remain attractive and above the market, paying 7.8% this financial year and 4.8% the year after that. Still above market, what the market is paying, really, as it's got exceptionally strong free cash flows and is focused on returning capital to shareholders. Turning overseas, sentiment is high for two key reasons. COVID-19 cases are continuing to fall and have done so over the past month. And secondly, the US-China trade deal is confirmed to be back on track. So if you look at the US futures, they're indicating the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq will rally off Tuesday's record closes. So keep your eyes on that. I'm Jessica Amir, Market Analyst with Bell Direct. Happy trading. Stay safe.